So, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing amazing at your home place. So, this is lecture number 14 on the topic principle of inheritance and variation. Yes, so today's class is very important because we are going to discuss about disorders. Okay, all types of disorders we will discuss in today's class. Now, I had given you a few homeworks to do. I have received only few homeworks. I already told you who all submitted the homework, right? So let us just check, है ना? We will just check it out. कि did you do the homework or not? And if you have done it, was it right or not? ठीक है? So I had asked you to do this, na? Autosomal dominant. If disease is autosomal dominant, the disease will happen on which chromosome? Tell me fast. Will it happen in autosome? Click on yes if yes and click on no if no. Make it fast. Jaldi. Will it happen in autosome? If disease is autosomal dominant, it will happen on autosome? Yes or no? Pritish, what are you doing? Where are you? If disease is autosomal, it will happen on autosome, right? Yes? Now, autosome means it will happen from chromosome number 1 to chromosome number 22. Yes or no? Yes. Right? Go for the next case. Disease is autosomal. Disease is autosomal dominant. Can you tell who is going to have more disease? Can you tell that? Ki males will have more or females will have more? You can't say this, right? If disease, oh my God, how you can say? Neha, how you can say that it will happen more? You can't say, right? Because it is autosomal, equal chances will be there. You can't predict it. You just close your eyes and I am telling you disease is autosomal dominant and I am asking you this disease is happening in male or female. You cannot say it. You can't decide it. Okay? So you can say it is not specified. You can't specify it. Third case. See it very carefully. Person X, person Y, person Z. The condition is homozygous dominant over here. Y is heterozygous dominant, capital A, small a, and Z is small a, small a. Tell me who will have disease? किसको disease होगा? The disease is dominant disease, my dear. The disease is dominant. Who all will have the disease? Chetana is perfectly right. All others, they did not give the right answer. Atharu gave the right answer. Shreya gave the right answer. Sanjana, Chandrakala, that's all. Others, you could not give complete answer. Raksh has given right answer. Harish, all others you need to think. Who gave this? Shrusti is right. Adarsh is right. Both will have, na? Both X and Y will have the disease, right? Both X and Y will have the disease. Why? Because the disease is dominant, my dear. If disease is dominant, it will show the effect. Even in this condition, right? Law of dominance. Do you remember we are learning Mendelian disorder? That's why every point is important. We are learning which type of disorder? Mendelian disorder. What do you mean by this? It will follow Mendelism. What do you mean by this? That if a heterozygous condition is there, the capital letter will be dominating. It will follow law of dominance. Yes or no? So both will be what? Having the disease. Right? Both will be having the disease. Yes? Okay, Vijay. Maybe I missed out your answer. I am sorry. Okay? So both X and Y will have the disease. What about Z? What about Z? Z will have disease? No, right? It is dominant, my dear. Both small letters, how it will have disease? It will never have disease. ठीक है? Who are healthy here? बताओ healthy कौन होगा इसमें? Which person will be healthy? X, Y, Z. Which person will be healthy? Z will be healthy. Right? Carrier, there is any concept of carrier here? Is there any concept of carrier here? There is no concept of carrier, right? Always they will be diseased. Always they will be diseased, right? Obviously, they can pass on the disease to the next generation, but they will be diseased. They will be diseased, right? They will have disease. Is that right? So there is no concept of carrier. All will be diseased. है ना? They will be diseased. Who all will be diseased? X and Y person will be diseased. They can pass on the disease. है ना? They can pass on the disease. They can even act as carrier. They can give the disease, but carrier is not the right term. If they have the disease, you have to say they are diseased. If they have the disease, you have to say they are diseased. Athar, we are not considering that case. That's why I'm saying it is Mendelian disorder. ठीक है Athar? We are considering Mendelian disorder. It means it will follow Mendel laws. ठीक है? That's why in the beginning only I had said it is Mendelian disorder. Okay? Got it? Go for the next one. Sex-linked recessive. Go for the next one. Sex-linked recessive. Tell me, it will happen on X chromosome or not? Yes or no? Fast. Yes or no? Completely yes, right? Sex-linked. Tell me, who will have more disease? Or we can wait for this answer. We can wait for this answer a little bit. Let me explain some concepts. Then you can give me the answer. Okay? The disease is sex-linked. The disease is sex-linked. X chromosome. Look at the next word. Recessive. The disease is sex-linked recessive. Got it? Now come down and see the second case. Male has only one possibility. If you are a male, you have only one possibility. You will have XY. Can you have double X and you will still be a female? You will still be a male? Can you have XX and you can call yourself as male? No, right? To be male, you have to have XY. To be male, you have to have XY. Now, to be female, you have to have XX. This is clear, right? Everyone knows this. Now, come to the next statement. The disease is recessive. The disease is recessive. The disease is recessive. Recessive means small letter has the value. Recessive means small letter has the value. So I have written small letter here, then small letter here. I have written one small letter here and one capital letter here. See it very carefully. This point is very important. In case of male, I have written one small because I can write only one because there is only one X chromosome. Right? But in case of female, I have two chances. In case of female, I have two chances. Why? Because I have 2X. So I have two possibilities. In one I can write small and in one I can write capital. So this is the case which I have given to you. Tell me, which person is going to have disease? Male will have disease or female will have disease? Tell me. Vijay, perfect. Who will have disease? Meghna, Pooja, Hari, Chetan, Uday. Uday, think again. Athar is completely, to the point. Chances of males getting the disease is more or not? Because they have what? Only one X chromosome. If the one X chromosome is affected with a small letter allele, if the one X chromosome is affected with one small letter, it will show you the disease. But in case of female, I have two possibilities. If I am writing one small in case of female and one big, the female will not have the disease. Why? Because the disease is recessive. Listen to me very carefully what I am saying. In this case, Female will not be diseased. Why? Because it is recessive. Recessive means you should be having homozygous recessive condition. Matlab, if female has this case, both small, then only female will have the disease. Otherwise, female will not have the disease. Got it? So chances of getting a sex-linked recessive disorder is more in male or female, tell me. Chances of getting sex-linked recessive disorder will be more in male because they have only one X. If that has small letter, gone. Case is gone. The person will have disease. Okay? Come to the third case. Now you have to tell me which among them will be diseased and which among them will be healthy. Male, I can have two possibility, right? Small a and I can have this possibility, capital A. Tell me which one is going to have disease? This one, first one or second one? It is a recessive disorder. Perfect. So this person will have the disease. This person will have the disease. Come to these three cases in female. Tell me which one will be diseased? First case, disease or no? First will be disease? Perfect. Homozygous, recessive. Homozygous, recessive. Both small, right? Recessive disorder, disease will be there. Second case, will it be having the disease? Tell me. Healthy or diseased? Answer me. Healthy or diseased? Healthy. Come to the third case. Healthy or diseased? Healthy or diseased? Healthy, right? So both will be healthy. Now, tell me which among these two will be carrier also? Healthy but carrier. Which among these two will be healthy but a carrier? Healthy होगा but carrier होगा. तो carrier के लिए, for carrier it should have small a, right? So see, it has small a and it is healthy also because the other one is capital and it is a recessive disorder. To get the recessive disorder, you should have both small like this. So this will be healthy as well as this will be carrier. This will be healthy as well as this will be carrier. Bilkul sahi Raksh. Heterozygous condition. Perfect. So this female will be what? Carrier. So who will be carrier? Heterozygous female will be carrier. Who will be carrier? Heterozygous female will be carrier. Though they will be healthy, they will not have the disease, but they can give the disease to their next generation. Got it? That is sex-linked recessive. Okay. Got it, right? How many of you have got it? Click on yes. Haan, Basavaraj. Male cannot be carrier. That is correct. Male will always have the disease. Male cannot be carrier. है ना? They will always have the disease. Right? It is clear as Sprite. है ना प्रीतिश? बहुत अच्छी बात है. Let's go ahead. ठीक है? Going ahead. Now coming to sex-linked dominant. Sex-linked dominant disease. Tell me which chromosome is affected? X chromosome, yes or no? Yes, bilkul yes. If I say sex-linked dominant disease is there and I am telling you again same thing, male and female. Who will have more chances of having the disease? Male again, because male have what? One X chromosome. Right? There is only one possibility. If it is capital, disease. If it is small, no disease. Because the disease is dominant. Got it? Now if you want the female to have the disease, if you want to have the female to have disease, when the female will have disease? In heterozygous condition? Disease will be there or not? Yes or no? And in homozygous condition? Disease will be there or not? Yes or no? Both capital or one capital, one small? In both cases, disease will be there or not? Because it is dominant. Raksha, think again. It is dominant, na? Got it? So that is your sex-linked dominant. When a person will be healthy? When a person will be healthy? When a male will be healthy? When it has this case 1, correct na? It will be healthy. When a female will be healthy? Female will be healthy in homozygous recessive condition because it is dominant disease. Getting it right? I am doing it 100 times. Right? You should be able to get it. ठीक है? What about carrier man? Who will be the carrier? No carrier. They all will be diseased. है ना? They all will be diseased. Right? They can act as carrier. But carrier concept is what? What is the concept of carrier? They should be healthy. What is the concept of carrier? They should be healthy and they should be in a position to transfer the disease to the next generation. Chetan, because there is no healthy person, there is no, see, this female is going to be healthy, na? This female is going to be healthy or not? Yes. Tell me, can it act as a carrier? Can it act as a carrier? No, right? Concept of carrier is person should be healthy. Person should be healthy. Can you see any person who is healthy and can act as carrier? This is also healthy. Can it act as carrier? No, right? Because you require capital letter. They all have small. They can never act as carrier. Got it? Concept of carrier is the person should be healthy and person should be able to transmit the disease. Got it? Yes? Okay. All right. Shreya is asking why chances is more in male. Because male has only one condition, Shreya. Male has only one chance. Like for example, XA and XA. These are the only possible cases. Matlab easily you can make out that if a male has capital A, the male will have disease. If a male has small a, the male will not have disease. ठीक है? You can just make out things here. Okay? Percentage wise if you see, 50% chance is there in males. If percentage wise you see, 50% chance is there that the male can have the disease. And if you make the percentage in female, then the chances will be more, right? Because in female, in both the conditions, you will get the disease. In females, in these two conditions, you will get the disease, right? Yes or no? So percentage wise, if you see, total percentage wise, then 66% will be female. 66% will be female and rest will be what? X small a, X small a. Total percentage wise, if you see, Shreya, then yes, female will have more. If you see genotype wise, 1 genotype if you see, male will have 50% chance. If you see XA small a, it will have some 33% chance. If you see X capital A, it will have some 33% chance. Got it? I think this was your doubt, Shreya, right? Got it? Ha, Pranav. That's right. Cool. Now coming to Y-link gene. So Y-link, there is nothing to discuss in this, right? It will always be happening on Y chromosome. It will always be happening on which chromosome? Y chromosome. And it will always happen in male or female. It will always happen in male. Then always a father will transmit the disease to son or daughter. Think. If disease is Y-link, always the father will transmit the disease to son or daughter, always son. If a disease is Y-link, always the disease will get transmitted from father to son. Got it? Yes? Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to tell, this is the concept. Whenever sex-linked dominant term comes in your mind, This concept should be clear that the person will have disease only when the condition is what? This condition or what? This condition. Right? This is the concept. Rest all you can only do. Rest all things you can do. The only concept was this, to understand this condition. Right? In Y-linked disease, always male will be affected. Okay. Yes, Athar, we can do it, but you require time for that. Okay. At your level, it is little difficult to do. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something else. Okay, which is not there in NCERT, but it is there in your question bank. Okay. I'm moving ahead. Pritish, it can have in both the conditions. If it is Y-linked, it is dominant or recessive. If it is Y-linked, it is dominant or recessive. Depends If it is dominant also, it will happen in male. If it is recessive, then also it will happen in male. Got it, Pritish? The thing is, it will always happen in males. Depends ki it is dominant or recessive. Doesn't matter much. It will happen in male only. Okay? Yes? So if I see, in Y-linked disease, in most of the cases, whatever diseases we have discovered, in Y-linked disease, most of them are what? Dominant. Okay? You can make a point of it. In Y-linked disease, most of the diseases which we have come across, they are dominant, Y-linked dominant. So obviously, this will be the condition. Okay? Now, few things which are not in NCERT, but it is mentioned in your question bank. So you may come across these questions. Okay? That is why I am bringing up this. Other related concepts. Sex-limited trait. Sex-limited traits. Look at the word carefully. It will never be asked in your board's exam. So don't worry about that. Learn the concept. Okay? Sex-limited trait. What do you mean by this? It is limited to one sex. But we know it will be happening in male or female. Limited to one sex due to hormonal differences and anatomical dissimilarities between male and female. We have different hormones, right? Males have different hormones. Females have different hormones. So there is difference in the hormone level in male and female. Anatomy is different, right? So there are some characters which are limited to male and which are limited to female. For example, see this. Genes for sexual character, secondary sexual character. Genes for secondary sexual character. Right? For male it is specific and for female it is specific. Right? So these type of inheritance will be what? Sex-limited trait. Why? Because hormone level is different in us. Testosterone is more in male, estrogen is more in female. Because of that, we have different secondary sexual character. These type of trait is sex-limited trait. Then it is also found in some birds. Feather of the bird. Okay? How the feather of the bird is arranged. In male, how does it look like? In female, how does it look like? Okay? All right? So this is called as plumage pattern in birds. Plumage pattern in birds. I told you in the beginning what I am telling you in today's class. Everything is very important. Okay? Plumage pattern in birds. So plumage means what? This pattern you are seeing now. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. Feather pattern. That is plumage pattern. Okay? So in male it is different, in female it is different. Same. This is male, okay? This blue color bird is male and this is female. All right, so they have different pattern of feathers, and that is again sex limited trait. One example. Cool? Got it right? Sex limited. Now the other one is sex influenced inheritance. Sex influenced. Sex influenced means it gets to know that you are a male. Okay. If you are a male, you should become what? No hair on the scalp. You have observed people? Males are more bald or females are more bald? Where do you see this baldness character? In male or female? Male, right? So this baldness character is what? Sex influenced inheritance. If there is a male, male will have more tendency to become hairless than females. Okay, you know what is the reason behind it? Baldness is ganja hona. That's right. Ganja ho jana. In male, it is autosomal dominant. You know, in male, this disease is autosomal dominant. This is the reason why males become more takla. ठीक है? In male, it is autosomal dominant. The moment I say dominant means what? They will have what condition? Let's say in both the condition, 66% chance is there, right? In both these conditions, the male will be takla. But in female, it is autosomal recessive. Means only when the condition is this, the female will be bald. Got it? So this is sex influenced inheritance. Whether it is a male or a female, depending on that, the genes get influenced and then the genes start to show the character. ठीक है? Yes, Anushri, it is genetic. ठीक है? Autosomal dominant, it is for male, and autosomal recessive, it is for female. So female have very less chance, na, 33% chance. But males, overall, if you see, they have more percentage, more chances. Right? ठीक है? Who have what? They will have hair, Raksh. Who have hair, they will always have hair. Now it depends if they have this condition or not. So if they have this condition, with time, they will become bald. ठीक है? Okay? That is all you need to know in sex influenced inheritance. We are not going to do PhD on this because I understand males are worried about it. Right? क्या? Ma'am, autosomal means why you are talking about sex-linked chromosome? I am not talking about sex-linked chromosome, Pritish. I am saying sex-influenced. Sex-influenced means gender-influenced. ठीक है? If you are getting confused, let me write it here as gender. Sex-influenced. Whether a person is a male or a female, depending on that, this character is influenced. ठीक है, Pritish? Yes. Pranav, I have not seen any lady, ठीक है, who is bald. मतलब, in my life, I have not seen. ठीक है? It's not like never. Always the chances is this. ठीक है? You can watch the movie Bala and you can see what all problems he faces. Right? Because he is bald in the movie Bala. Atharu, no need to be scared, okay? Chalo, that is that. We have learned about, different type of disorders. Before I go into the actual disorder to learn about example of the disorder, you know what all diseases come under autosomal recessive, what all diseases come under sex-linked recessive. We are going to learn that. But before I do that, remember this slide I had shown you long days back, long day ago. I had shown you this slide, right? And I had told you that there is something important here. This concept. This though we have learned properly, right? Incomplete, codominance, multiple allele. This we have learned. Intergenic interaction. Some examples of intergenic interaction means the interaction is happening between two different genes. For that, I had given you this data. And this data is very important. Okay? You need to know the data. That complementary gene, what is the ratio? 9:7. Supplementary gene, what is the ratio? 9:3:4. Duplicate gene or pseudo allele, what is the ratio? 15:1. Epistasis, you have dominant epistasis and recessive epistasis. What is the F2 ratio? Phenotypic ratio? 12:3:1. For recessive, what is the ratio? 9:3:4. This data you need to learn because you will find some questions which are dependent on this. ठीक है? Even if I tell you what they are, you will not understand much. Even if I tell you what they are, you will not understand it much. Since it is not there in your syllabus to learn in detail, what maximum I am doing is learn the ratio. Learn. There are 5 ratios, right? There are 5 ratios. Learn this ratio. ठीक है? If you want to learn what they are, how they occur, and what all these things are, you can Google it if you want. ठीक है? And if you understand, very good. If you don't understand, that is also very good because that is not required. That is not required. You need to know this, and this is only going to come in the exam. Nothing, not more than this is going to come in the exam. And Bharat Kumar, what are you doing? You are playing PUBG. Bharat Kumar, I saw, you know what happened? By mistake, I think his video got on and he was playing PUBG. Maybe he was showing it to me that, ma'am, I am playing PUBG. So we have few students, you know, who does it. There are few students who do it. And their parents are calling us and they are saying, you know, we have a feeling that our children, they are playing PUBG. And they are telling it to us. Even if you are a PUBG lover, when you are learning, you should learn, right? Okay? Chalo. So this data you need to remember. This will help you so much in your exam. Mostly this will not come in your NEET exam. But to solve previous year question bank, this will help you. Okay? Now, if anyone wants to know what are complementary genes, use Avanti Gurukul app. Ask there what are complementary genes, you will get the answer. Okay? Okay? If you want to know. Because I feel that in genetics, I have taught you so many things already. And those things are more important than knowing what are complementary genes. Okay? Yes, you know the ratio. That is more than enough to clear any type of competitive exam. Okay? Now coming to the example of the diseases. Now we will learn the example of the diseases. Autosomal recessive, because in exam, they will give you the name of the disease and they will ask you, this is which type of disease? Is it autosomal recessive, sex-linked recessive, autosomal dominant, or sex-linked dominant? These are the only 4 cases which you will get in the exam. Okay? Autosomal recessive. So let's start. Autosomal recessive. Bilkul sahi. So I'm going to give you a statement and that will help you a lot in remembering the example of autosomal recessive. But before I give that trick to remember, I want, how many of you want to know it? If you want to know it, then only I'm going to put efforts. Otherwise, I will just tell you these are the autosomal recessive disorders. You can click on yes if you want to know it. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so I'm writing the statement right here. Alka, phenyl, पीने से. There is a girl Alka. There is a girl Alka. She was sick. Alka was sick. Alka was sick. Why? Because she drank phenyl. Anyone, if you drink phenyl, you know what will happen. ठीक है. हाँ. So Alka was sick because she drank phenyl. And this is what you need to remember. Alka sick थी phenyl पीने से. Okay. So Alka stands for alkaptonuria. Alkaptonuria. ठीक है. Sick, sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. What is the time? Half an hour time we have now. Then TH, thalassemia. Thalassemia. Phenyl, PH, phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria. Then there is no meaning to this pine. Say cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis. Now there is a question in question bank, ठीक है, which is related to albinism. So I'm going to add that here, ठीक है. A for Alka, you can add one more, albinism. ठीक है. Out of this there will be no question. Out of this there will be no question related to autosomal recessive disorders. You can keep that in writing. ठीक है. There will be no question out of this. Every question you solve question bank, all question will be from this only. ठीक है. पीने मतलब कुछ नहीं प्रीतिश, पीने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, इसको कट कर दो. ठीक है. There is nothing from पीने. हाँ चैत्रा, that was yesterday, है ना. That was to learn the example of Mendelian disorder. SC square HPT, right? So these are the example of autosomal recessive. Alka sick थी phenyl पीने से. Got it? कोई confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है? Yes, Pritish had helped us by saying school physics teacher. Let's start then. One by one, we will learn about them. ठीक है? Alka sick थी phenyl पीने से. Let us learn about sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. I am telling you, I require full attention here. Sickle cell anemia. Okay? Sickle cell anemia. हाँ, Bunny is barking because someone is coming, I guess. So whenever someone comes, he gets to know that someone is coming. So he starts to bark. That's the thing. Okay, sickle cell anemia. So what happens here? It is which type of disease? Autosomal recessive. Now every story is clear. It is which kind of disease? Autosomal recessive. You know everything about it. It will happen from chromosome number 1 to 22. Any one chromosome. Right? Recessive matlab condition should be homozygous recessive to get the disease. Now you know everything or not? Tell me. Who will be the carrier? Who will be the carrier? Heterozygous condition will be carrier. You know this or not? It is autosomal. Athar, it is autosomal recessive. You can't say that it is female. You can only say that in heterozygous condition, people will be carrier. Getting it? Getting it? Yes? So sickle cell anemia, you know the story. So I'm just going to tell you what happens in this. It happens on 11th chromosome. Which chromosome? Autosome, right? Which autosome? 11th chromosome. It is not there in NCERT. Okay? But in question bank they ask. Okay? So it happens on which chromosome? 11th chromosome. What happens in this? RBC becomes sickle shape. RBC becomes sickle shape. And due to that, what happens? It can't carry oxygen. ठीक है? RBC becomes sickle shape. मतलब anemia. There is problem in carrying the oxygen. It will not be able to carry proper amount of oxygen, oxygen carrying capacity will be very less. Remember, right? RBC shape is biconcave. It sacrificed everything, right? Mitochondria, nucleus, Golgi apparatus, just because to carry oxygen, right? So what happened because of sickle shape? Oxygen carrying capacity got reduced. Oxygen carrying capacity got reduced. The person becomes anemic. Now coming to this little detail. Sickle shape, Chetana is asking sickle shape क्या होता है? Sickle shape is like this. If you know any farmer, right? If you have studied class 9th, class 10th, in the farming, there are different types of farming, right? Contour farming, tilling farming. There they use this kind of apparatus to harvest the crops, right? It is a tool to harvest the crops. It looks like this, है ना? Like this, to cut it. In Kannada, we say it as kudgol. Raksh is saying that in Kannada, we say it is kudgol. ठीक है? Got it, na? हाँ. You want me to give a story on this now? No, right? You understood, na? What is sickle shape? Now, happens on the 11th chromosome. Listen to me very carefully. It happens on 11th chromosome. And what happens there? What happens there? There is a gene. GAG. This GAG, gets changed to GUG. Remember, 3 letters I have written. Matlab, there is a codon. I am talking about mRNA. On mRNA, what happened? There was a codon GAG. In yesterday class, I told you, always a codon has 3 letters. This GAG got replaced with GOG. Tell me, which base got changed? There is a change or not? The A got changed to U. Yes or no? Tell me, it is example of point mutation or not? Yes or no? Yesterday I told you, right, that sickle cell anemia is example of point mutation. Proved it, right? Give me a chocolate now. I proved it, right? Yes. So this is point mutation. The GAG. I told you, na? Every codon codes for amino acid. Every codon codes, I am getting so many chocolates, yeah. Every codon codes for amino acid. Yes, Athar, I will definitely come to your place. Okay? Every codon codes for an amino acid. GAG is what? Glutamic acid. What is GAG? Glutamic acid. And what is GUG? Glutamic acid. GUG is what? Valine. So, it should have made glutamic acid. It should have made glutamic acid. But it is making what? What it is making? Valine. What it is making? Valine. Got it? So, this happens on hemoglobin chain. Where does it happen? It happens in hemoglobin chain. Hemoglobin which chain? Beta chain. So, beta chain of hemoglobin, position 1, position 2, position 3, 4, 5. At 6th position, in the beta chain of hemoglobin is also a protein, right? So when mRNA made the protein, at 6th position, it should have made glutamic acid, but it has made instead of that, it has made valine. So at 6th position, you are now getting valine. And my dear children, tell me, Are you getting the synthesis of hemoglobin beta chain? Yes or no? Though it is valine, but are you getting the synthesis of beta hemoglobin chain? Yes or no? Yes, you are. But what is happening here? Quality is same thing. Is the quality same? Is the quality same? No. Quality is not same. And that is why sickle cell anemia is a qualitative disorder. Which type of disorder? Qualitative disorder. Which type of disorder? Qualitative disorder. Did you get it? See, hemoglobin chain is getting synthesized, but the quality is not the same. Instead of glutamic acid, it formed valine, and due to this, the RBC shape became sickle shape. Got it? This is a qualitative disorder. Dhanush. Okay, Pranav. ठीक है. Got it? The quality is not same, na? I have a pen, and now next time in the factory, what is happening? From the top, I have removed this part. It is still writing, but what happened? The refill became less. The quality is not the same, na? Okay, Shreya, I have repeated it for you. Okay? So quality will not be same, and that is why it is qualitative disorder. Sickle cell anemia is a qualitative disorder. Got it? Now going forward, now we will learn about phenylketonuria. 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 So phenylketonuria, it is also autosomal recessive. You know all the stories. है ना? It will happen to which person, what will be the condition. You know every story. Phenylketonuria on which chromosome? On 12th chromosome. Which chromosome? Chromosome number 12. What happens here? What happens here? What I am telling you? Know that phenylketonuria happens on chromosome number 12. There is an enzyme which will not be synthesized, and that is phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylalanine hydroxylase. This will not be formed, and due to this, your phenylalanine will not be broken down. What is the enzyme? Phenylalanine hydroxylase. Hydroxylase means it will hydrolyze phenylalanine. It will break phenylalanine. That is why the name is hydroxylase. So what happens here? This will not be synthesized. So this will not be broken down. That means this will be deposited. This will be deposited. Phenylalanine. And you know, deposition of phenylalanine is so dangerous, right? This phenylalanine can even get converted to tyrosine. If it breaks down, if this breaks down, it will give you tyrosine, which is very good. Which is very good for your brain. Which is, yes, Athar. They are giving you multiple symptoms, na? So obviously it is example of pleiotropy. Okay? It can get deposited to your brain. If it gets deposited to your brain, mentally retarded you will become. Your brain will not be that sharp. So phenylalanine, if it gets deposited more in your skin pigmentation will happen. Patches on the skin. Multiple symptoms you get. Right? And that is why it is also example of pleiotropy. Because one disease giving you multiple symptoms. Okay? Got it? So this is phenylketonuria. On 12th chromosome, it is very toxic to CNS. because it might get deposited to your brain, toxic to CNS. And if it gets deposited to your brain, it will cause you mental retardation. So that's phenylketonuria. Okay? If there is more amount of phenylalanine, it can also come through your urine. That is why the name urea is there. Okay? If there is more in your blood, let's say more phenylalanine is there in your blood, some got deposited and some are coming out through your urine. Right? So these all conditions can be there. Okay? Wow, Srushti is asking, ma'am, phenylalanine, where it is formed? Phenylalanine is an amino acid, my dear. Where it is formed? 12th chromosome, my dear. On 12th chromosome, you have a gene, you have a codon, which will code for phenylalanine. Got it, Srushti? What we are talking about? Phenylalanine is an amino acid. To break it, you require an enzyme. And that enzyme is also a protein that will also form by the chromosome. Right? Treatment and all, we will come to that in biotechnology, Pranav, for treatment. We can have gene therapy and all. This is very difficult to treat. Very difficult to treat. You can't treat genetic disorders. Okay? You can't treat genetic disorders by medicines. That thing should be clear in your brain. You can't treat genetic disorder by medicines. You have to do something with the gene. Okay? We have gene therapy and all. That we will learn in biotechnology. Okay? So that's phenylketonuria. Let us learn the third disease. क्या सीखोगे अब? Thalassemia. We can learn thalassemia. Thalassemia. So thalassemia. What happens here in thalassemia? There are two types of thalassemia, alpha and beta. Actually, you can get gamma also. Okay, alpha, beta and gamma. But we are discussing alpha and beta. Okay, alpha thalassemia, beta thalassemia. When you read NCERT, they have not used the term alpha and beta. Listen to me first of all. When you read NCERT, you will not see the term alpha and beta. Getting what I'm saying? Instead of that, they have used symbol A dash, A cap. Something like that they have used. Have you noticed it? Have you noticed it? In thalassemia paragraph, if you read it, I don't, like in my NCERT book, they have not given alpha beta. I don't know Atharu has it. Okay, if it is there, very good. If it is there, it is very good. In some of the books, the book which I have, there it is given as A cap, A dash. Fine. So if in the book A dash and A cap is given, don't get confused. Even that is representing alpha and beta. That is also representing what? Alpha and beta. Okay? Now, let us proceed forward. Alpha thalassemia occurs on chromosome number 16. Occurs on chromosome number 16. Why it is called as alpha? Why it is called as alpha? Because alpha chain of hemoglobin, there is defect. There is defect in alpha chain of hemoglobin. When I say beta, it occurs on 11th chromosome. It occurs on 11th chromosome. And why do I say beta? Because there is defect in beta chain of hemoglobin. Now listen to my words very carefully. In thalassemia, what happens in thalassemia? There is defect in the synthesis. There is defect in the synthesis. The quantity will differ. The quantity of alpha chain and beta chain, that will differ in case of thalassemia. But in case of sickle cell anemia, what we had seen? There was change in the quality. There was change in the quality. In case of thalassemia, quantity will be affected. The synthesis of alpha chain, defect in the synthesis of beta chain will be there. Quantity is getting affected. That is why thalassemia is related to which type of disorder? Qualitative or quantitative? It is which type of disorder? Quantitative. Because there is defect in the synthesis. Because there is defect in the synthesis of alpha and beta chain. Quantitative. In sickle cell anemia, what was happening? There was only one codon changing, quality was changing. But here, nothing like that. You know, here there are so many genes which govern alpha and beta. Your homework is, in NCERT also it is given. Your homework is to find out how many genes controls alpha and how many genes control beta. Okay? You will get to know. It is in NCERT. How many genes or what are the genes which control alpha and what are the genes which control beta? There are different genes which control alpha thalassemia and which control beta because they are on different chromosome, right? 16th and 11th. Okay? All right. Basu, we need to go to the doctor to get treated. Okay? If you want to know phenylketonuria is there or not, the doctor will do what? Pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis, remember? Pedigree analysis is used to find out the inheritance of a disorder. Athar has already answered. Okay? Yes? So that is thalassemia. Okay? So you need to become doctors to find out which disease you have. All right? First thing. Second thing, you need to be very, very good at solving pedigree analysis, doing pedigree analysis. But pedigree analysis also has some drawback. Pedigree analysis has some drawback, you know. What are the drawbacks you think of pedigree analysis? Have you ever noticed in pedigree analysis that there is a pedigree analysis? I am showing you the drawback of pedigree analysis, okay? There is a pedigree analysis and I have shown you, let's say there is a family and the family has, 6 children. The family has 5 or 6 children, okay? Let it be 5. Have you ever noticed any pedigree like this? Showing you so many children of a couple? Have you noticed it? No. This is the drawback of pedigree. Okay? Whenever a family is big, whenever a family is very big, right? The pedigree analysis is very difficult to do. This is one of the drawback. We never see any pedigree having so many children. You check out your NCERT pedigree. They have given you 2 pedigree chart. There also you see only 2 to 3 children they will show you. Okay? Yes? Yes, Pranav, that is different. But you can't generalize things now. You can't generalize things. For me, it is a drawback because I know India and I know there are so many couples in India having 5 or more than 5 children. I know, right? So being in the doctor profession, I would want something which has, no exception or which has no drawback. So being doctor, we will tell this, right? This is a small drawback of the pedigree, right? Also, you can't have pedigree if I am showing you this, है ना? Will you call this as pedigree analysis? Can you call this as pedigree analysis? Think. Can you call this as pedigree analysis? Yes or no? No. Why? Because you need to have at least, 2 to 3 generation. This is only first generation. This is first generation, right? This is parent generation and this is first generation, filial 1 generation, F1. This is F1 generation, first generation. I can't call it as pedigree analysis. I need to have at least 2 to 3 generation. I need to have the detail of at least 2 to 3 generation. When I was teaching pedigree analysis, I remember there was someone who asked me this, ma'am, what if grandfather is dead or grandmom is dead? Then your pedigree is also gone. You can see what is the drawback, right? You need to know about at least 2 to 3 generation detail to find out the pedigree chart, proper pedigree chart. Okay, these are some drawbacks. If you want to know more, you have to become doctors. Okay? Yes? All right, so that is that, thalassemia. Now, I think these are the only diseases which are given in NCERT in autosomal recessive disorder, right? These are the only diseases which are given in NCERT which are autosomal recessive disorder. Got it? Yes? But yeah, rest all you can remember that they are all, where is it? That chart? Rest all you can remember that they all are autosomal recessive disorder. They all are autosomal recessive disorder. Got it? So that is autosomal recessive disorder. Please go through NCERT. Go through NCERT disorders and let me know if there is anything which you did not understand in tomorrow's class. Okay? Now let us see what is the time? 11:53, right? We have 5 minutes time. Autosomal dominant disease we will see. Which disease? Right? Autosomal dominant. Examples you should know. You have Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease, which happens on your 4th chromosome. Huntington's disease happens on 4th chromosome. Anything else which you know? Autosomal dominant disease. Anything else which you know? Autosomal dominant. You have heard this condition? Person having brachydactyly condition you have heard? Matlab person having, very small fingers, very small toes, very small finger of the hand and very small fingers of the legs also. That condition is brachydactyly. You just need to know that this is example of autosomal dominant disease. Even Alzheimer is autosomal dominant disease. Okay? That we will come, Pranav, we will come to that. Okay? Huntington's disease. Okay, people, emotions, mind, they will not have control over their emotions and mind. That happens in Huntington's disease because it's a neurological disorder. Nerve cell gets affected. In Huntington's, nerve cells gets affected. I know you will not remember all these. Okay? And it is not required also. What is required for you now is, you should know these examples. Okay? Huntington's, brachydactyly, Alzheimer. Alzheimer, you know, right? Person forgets things, right? In the movie Yuri, the patient is there, na? Mother of that person who has led the main role in the movie. She is suffering with Alzheimer's in that movie, Yuri, right? Okay, got it? All right. Okay, now sex-linked recessive. Sex-linked recessive disease. Examples you want to remember? Example like hemophilia, color blindness. ठीक है? Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. This reminds me to tell you one more information. Here in NCERT there is one more disease, right? What is that? Myotonic dystrophy. Myotonic dystrophy. This is given in NCERT. There is a pedigree chart also on this myotonic dystrophy. So you should, if you forget all this, it is fine. But myotonic dystrophy you should always remember. Okay, they are this is example of autosomal dominant. Myotonic dystrophy. That's what, Pranav. Names are so difficult. Imagine if I start telling you everything about it. It will take 5 days to tell me everything about them. It's not required for you, not in the syllabus. Okay? You should just know that myotonic dystrophy and all these are autosomal dominant disease. Okay? हाँ Sumatinath, that's right. Coming to sex-linked recessive disease, hemophilia, color blindness, night blindness. These all are example of sex-linked recessive disease. How will you remember it? Very easy. There is a statement to remember it. Color blindness से हमें नाइट को मुश्किल होती है या डिफिकल्टी होती है. Due to color blindness, we face difficulty in the night. So color blindness is color blindness. हमें is hemophilia. हमें night is night blindness. Difficulty is Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. So this can help you in remembering the example of sex-linked recessive disorder. Yes, Pranav, what you are asking is, I will come to this. Pranav is saying, ma'am, night blindness happens with the deficiency of vitamin A. That's completely right. So night blindness can happen by 2 reasons. First, it can be sex-linked recessive, genetically you have got this. Second, due to deficiency of vitamin A. Second case is what? Maybe you don't have the genetic disorder, but you don't have vitamin A in your body. There is lack of vitamin A, then you can have night blindness. ठीक है Pranav? You can have 2 cases. It can be genetic or it can be due to deficiency of vitamin A. ठीक है? So all these diseases, whatever is in NCERT, like hemophilia is there, color blindness is there, right? These 2 diseases, you know they are sex-linked recessive. Go through it and come tomorrow, solve all the questions and come. So we have learned these. There is one more topic, aneuploidy. है ना? 3-4 diseases are there in that, like Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome, super male, super female. So that we will learn tomorrow and then we will solve questions. ठीक है? Whatever questions you have, doubts and all, you can ask tomorrow. Solve previous year question bank and come. ठीक है? हाँ, Thor is super male. Yes. Cool. So these are the diseases. See, the concept which I have told you now, autosomal recessive dominant concept, which type of genes they will have to get the disease. That concept is very important. Rest all is information. Symptom, this happens. They all are symptoms, right? So read the disorders which are given in NCERT and come in tomorrow's class. solve the question bank also and come. Yes, Chetan. Yes. Okay, chalo, thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll focus more on doing questions. Maybe 15 minutes I will take to complete the theory part, and rest 45 minutes or whatever time remaining, we will do questions. ठीक है? चलो. Thank you so much.